If you think Americans are sex-starved after the war, after years of Nazi occupation, the French have even more reason to get down.
The French don't mess around. You know, when they got that liberation, they were going to take it to the max.
France is free at last, and French fashion is ready to hang loose too.
Right after the war, there were new creative juices flowing.
Paris in particular, they knew that a rebirth of fashion was coming. So there was this atmosphere, this mood of change.
Who better to reinvent European swimwear than this guy, Louis Réard, an auto engineer?
He was a car engineer in France, but working at his mom's lingerie shop near the Folies Bergère, so I'm sure he got a few hints from the little girls coming out of there at night.
He would go on the beach of Saint-Tropez and he would see the women tugging their two-piece bathing suit to make it tinier on the bottom, pulling it down.
They were rolling it down from the top so they could get more of a tan on their body.
So Louis Réard has an idea. Why not make a suit women don't have to roll down?
He took the two-piece that already existed and he said, no, this still isn't small enough. This isn't outrageous enough. This isn't French enough.
All of a sudden, you know, Louis Réard was like, this is the time, this is the place.
And he cut away a good 2 inches from the bottoms of that two-piece and sliced up the top so that it was really 2 little cups holding everything in place.
I would imagine that Louis Réard had a wonderful twinkle in his eye. He knew he was going to stir up some controversy.
But there's a problem right out of the gate. When it comes time to unveil his new creation, no self-respecting model will agree to wear it.
Times were still slightly post-war. There was a lot of moralizing going on in Paris at the time, and none of the models would come out and wear this. So he found, essentially, a dancer.
That's right. The world's first bikini is worn by a stripper. Her name is Micheline Bernardini. And on July 5th, 1946, Louis Réard enlists her for a poolside fashion show in Paris.
Women come in wearing the standard two-piece, which everyone's used to seeing, and then at the end, out comes the bikini.
She stepped out, there was a huge photo shoot, the world went mad.
The bikini was so scandalous in that, you know, we really never saw that much skin, ever.
Réard's bikini bears a whole lot more than the World War II era two-piece. A major no-no during a time when just the sight of that much female flesh is akin to sin.
It was a shock. Bikinis were shockers.
The bikini was only 30 inches of fabric and you could actually put it through a ring. That was Louis Réard's claim to fame.
The public reaction is exactly what Réard was expecting. Explosive. Which is why he'd given his invention such a controversial name.
Most people, when they're wearing a bikini even today, they don't know why it's called a bikini, and it actually is a pretty violent reference.
Just 4 days before the fashion show, the US started testing atomic bombs on a string of islands in the South Pacific called the Bikini Atoll.
He thought it would be just as much a burst of excitement, just like nuclear testing.
He had really the guts and the chutzpah to call it the bikini.
Serious chutzpah. Not only does Réard name his creation after the A-bomb, he even makes the first bikini out of fabric printed with newspaper headlines about the tests.
It's quite a dramatic entrance.
It was one of the most brilliant marketing techniques of all time. And we're kind of, you know, taking this incredible moment and we're making it into something else.
But the world's reaction is bigger than even Réard could have anticipated. The bikini goes against the moral fabric of society. The titillating little two-piece is about to face some serious enemies.
Love Lust, the new series about the faves we crave. All new Tuesdays at 10 on Sundance Channel. Part of Full Frontal Fashion. Get your hot stuff now at fullfrontalfashion.com.